Hey Devils Lake, Rachel with the Chamber of Commerce, and this afternoon for our center stage video we are featuring Sweet Prairie food truck and chocolates, and I am here with the owner, Esther Donohue. Esther, how are you today?
Oh, I'm good.
Good. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to hang out with us today. I know you are very busy.
Yes, I am. It's a busy time of year.
Yes, absolutely. So let's just get kicked off with a little bit about the history of your business. Can you tell me how you started? What kind of prompted you to get your business going?
Okay, so I've been catering for over like 10 years. I owned my own business, and I was doing just solely catering before I decided to get into the chocolates. And the chocolates just kind of happened. It was never even on my radar like years ago. I started selling chocolates like 6 years ago. The food truck, I've only been going a year now. So that's the history of that. But I was catering before that and I got kind of tired of catering. So I decided to switch the direction of my business, and that's when I got into chocolates. So
awesome. So your original business was catering.
Yep.
And cuisines. Okay.
Yep. And then I had an old business name. It was it was not Sweet Prairie, but it was Modern Cuisine Catering. And so I did that for like 9 years. I used to do the out of Fort Todd in Littleton. I catered there all the time. I did a lot of catering for a bunch of weddings around the area, and that's all I did.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, very cool. So then it kind of just transformed into chocolates fell into your lap, and now we are here and you are booming with all kinds of sweet treats.
Yes. Yep. The chocolates, my mom made caramels for years, and I just had the idea one day. I was like, Mom, we should dip these in chocolate and start selling them, and that's where it started. So, yeah.
Very neat. So kind of touching back on your catering, I know at one point in time you were doing cooking classes. Do you still do those?
Yes, I do still do those. Last year I took a year off from that because I got too busy with the chocolates, and then I was getting ready with the food truck. So I still do cooking classes. That's actually how I funded my food truck.
Okay.
So I was taking these food class or teaching people how to do sushi, and I think we did pasta ones, and I think we did cake pop ones.
Okay.
There was a bunch of different classes I taught, and I still do them. I should probably start up again this year, but we'll see after the holidays how that goes.
Yeah, like you said, busy time of year, right? Yeah, so do you still do catering as well?
Yes, I do still do catering as well. The only time I do catering now, though, is with Clyde, with my food truck. So I don't like to do it. I mean, sometimes I will go do it, like a big wedding or something, but I prefer to bring the truck. It's easier.
Okay.
It's easier catering with the food truck. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about Clyde. And that is your food truck.
Yep.
And you said that started right about a year and a half ago?
Yeah, well, he's been up and running for 1 whole year. So like the second year will be coming in this next July. So, yeah, I've only been running a year. So last year was kind of like just winging it.
Yes.
But yeah, my dad
strange year to get a food truck.
Yeah, it was like my dad helped me build it out. So, and that's how he got his name too, Clyde. So he's a Freightliner. So he's an old workhorse, like step-side van. He's actually a food truck, guys. He's not a trailer or anything. So I was telling everybody, like, no, it's actually a food truck, and he goes really slow. He goes like 55 miles an hour, so it takes me a while to get places. So,
but slowly but surely you'll get there.
Yes, I will get there. I will show up. Yes, but it'll be slow.
Yeah. So funny. Well, I noticed something else on your food truck just as I was kind of researching your business a little bit. Something I noticed you have. I think it says locally sourced.
Yep, it says locally sourced food on there. Yeah, on the side.
Okay, can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so locally sourced food, I buy a lot of my local stuff from JS Vending here in town.
Okay.
I like to support my local small businesses. And I also am looking at locally sourcing my beef, which will be coming from the butcher shop here in town. And I think they're going to be up and running and selling pretty soon.
Very neat.
So I know, and so it's at Essence and Beef, I believe, I think. Yeah, so I'll be getting the local beef from around here, from actually local ranchers, so that's really big.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my salsa from Jolly Jalapeno in Grand Forks. It's a veteran-owned company.
Okay.
It's got a good kick to it, but it's good salsa.
Very neat.
And then I think Demon Pig, the barbecue sauce people, are from Devil's Lake here too. Yep. He gave me a whole bunch of samples, so I'll probably be using that in my food truck too this summer. So I try to utilize North Dakota products and try to source everything locally.
Yeah.
Like even from my local grocery store, I purchase a lot, and they're just like up the road from me. It's a small town grocery store, but I do like to support small businesses.
Absolutely, that's what we're all about here too.
Oh yeah, I'm like that's what I am.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. So just for fun, what is your favorite cuisine to make, and what is your favorite to eat?
What is my favorite to eat? I love Thai food and Indian cuisine too. So I kind of go after the spicier, like the curries and stuff. And I absolutely love making stir fry. My husband won't eat it, but I'm like, that's like my go-to dish. Like if I have to make something and I really enjoy cooking, it would be stir fry. And then ramen noodles, like homemade ramen dishes.
Sure.
I absolutely love that. So I know it's not something I serve on my truck either. So
Hey, maybe an idea for future.
yeah, future. Let's turn to a ramen truck here, ramen noodle truck, and nobody serves that around here, right?
Hey, yeah, something unique.
It might work.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. I've never had it, so I feel like I would definitely try it if you had it on food truck.
Yeah, it's good if you make it the right way.
Yeah.
The old way, the original ramen way, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Not from the package.
No, not from the package.
Definitely not from the package.
So you talked about shopping local, supporting your local stores. To tie into that, you're also involved in a lot of vendor shows, and it's not just around here. You're kind of spread out all over North Dakota. You're traveling all the time, it seems like, to vendor shows.
Yes, I am. I've been I'm going to Prairie Dakota shows. Everyone knows what those are. They're really big, very large vendor shows. So I started doing that this year, I should say. I've been a member for a couple years. I just was afraid to go to the shows. So I just started going to the shows, and yeah, I've been going through a lot of inventory. But yes, I go to a lot of the vendor shows up here too. I'll be coming to the Plaza. I think, is that on the 18th or the 11th? I think it's the 11th. I think it's on the 11th. And then there's a cookie crawl downtown. I think that's on the 18th. So I'll be here for those two with my wonderful chocolates. So
Very cool. So I know before this we were talking about the Prairie Dakota, and you were selling out very quick. Can you tell me a little bit about your process of how you prepare for those vendor shows? Are you making all these products by yourself?
my mom helps me a
Okay.
lot. So my daughter helps with packaging usually. She's usually putting the tags on.
That takes time too.
Yes, it does. You gotta do all the packaging, the ingredients on there and everything. My mom helps me out a lot, but it'll take me anywhere between, sometimes it takes me a week to get inventory done. Sometimes it's like 4 days of straight working. Like, it's usually happening in the evenings because I still teach full time. So, yeah, it's happening in the late evenings. Like, my husband's like, oh my gosh, you're like out there till like midnight. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get chocolates made. Gotta get the inventory done to take it because I am going through it pretty quickly. So, yeah.
It's the process.
It is a process. And some people are like, it must take a lot of time. Well, it does, but I have a method. So,
Yeah.
I'll make chocolates one day, assemble the next, package the next. So,
Decorate. You have a lot of like intricate decorations on everything, and it's just like, you can tell you put a lot of heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
And I think that's really neat.
That's good. I hope everybody else can see that too. So
Yes, I think they can, because I don't know how you can do that without patience and a lot of heart and soul.
yeah, right.
Now, you don't have a physical storefront, so how can people get your products in their hands?
Well, I do have a website and I do mail certain products. I do not mail the hot cocoa bombs because last year was too stressful with that, and a lot of them did not arrive intact.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a hollow little chocolate shell, and they're kind of delicate. So I don't mail those anymore, but I do mail certain items. So you can find it on sweetprairie.net. That's my website.
Okay.
And also for the holiday season, I stopped for the hot cocoa bombs and everything else. It's all on Facebook. The pre-ordering is right now. I think I have a order sheet up there.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, so that's the best way for people to order right now for the hot cocoa bombs, because I kept it off my website because too many people do not read anything. They just order it and then they're like, oh, you're delivering it out here to Williston. No, I'm not. You need to read the small print. So some people don't do that, but also, and then all my vendor shows and everything, all my locations where I'm going to be, I usually, even with the food truck, I post it all on Google.
Okay.
So I have a Google business account.
Sure.
So that's where people go and write reviews, all that stuff. I usually put all my locations on there. I try to keep that updated as much as possible. Sometimes it's more updated than my own website. So,
okay. And that's just going into Google and typing in Sweet Prairie Food Truck and Catering.
You type in Sweet Prairie, it'll probably just pop right up actually. So, yep. I also have Instagram. So.
Esther, can you tell me what you value about being a local business? You're a business on wheels, but I mean, so you're kind of a business within not just this community, but many different communities. What's something you value about that?
What's something I value about being on wheels? I really enjoy connecting with my customers. When I'm on the food truck, sometimes it's slow so I can interact with them, but most of the time, like the vendor shows are really the that's when I really get to interact with my customers. But I like building relationships with all the people in small towns, and I show up and like most times no food trucks go there, so they're pretty happy to have me. So I just like building relationships with all the locals in the area. So, and I meet a lot of interesting people.
Oh, I'm sure.
I met some pretty interesting people, so it's fun. That's what I value about it, I guess.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Now the next thing, just with the holidays coming up, do you have anything you'd like to share about getting in Christmas orders? Do you have a deadline so people can get those in and get product in their hands for Christmas?
Yes, I do have a deadline. I tell people when you're ordering the chocolates from me, please do it before Christmas time. I think I'm cutting them off on the 18th. I'll be up here on the 18th, so if you need to pre-order large orders, I can deliver them to Devil's Lake area. And you can pick them up at the shows.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And if it somehow happens after that, I will try to work something out, but I need to have Christmas too. So
Yes, you do.
Gotta enjoy my Christmas a little bit myself.
Yes. So. And so I want to talk about your products a little bit. We've got some here as just a little show and tell.
Okay.
Let's talk about those and what else you have that people can get ordered.
Okay. So first off, I have my wonderful little hot cocoa bombs. These are hot items this year. I'm gonna open them up here. Watch me open it up to wine. So this here, I hand paint them. They're nice and shiny.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yep, and it's with tempered cocoa butter. And I use real chocolate, real couverture chocolate. So it's not melting wafers, it's not candy coating or anything. So it's actually probably healthier for you than what some people use.
Ooh, I love healthy chocolate.
I know, healthy chocolate, right? So the hot cocoa bombs, obviously use them in hot milk. They're filled with marshmallows and a little bit of cocoa mix in there, so you make a good cup of hot chocolate. I know people have like a cup of cocoa, and I'm like, well, do you call it cocoa if it's not just cocoa mix, or is it hot chocolate? Hot chocolate, right? I don't know. Okay.
I call it hot chocolate, but you know what? To each their own.
Right? And this is a 4-pack I have for my Christmas holiday edition here. And they're all original flavors in there. This is Santa's belt. Everyone's pretty impressed with the Santa's belt. Yes, that's hand painted too with cocoa butter. The other ones I just kind of pipe on them a little bit as a treat. It's all weird, but there. Yeah, and I have Grinch bombs. There's tons of different hot cocoa bomb designs I do. But that's not all we do. You know, our caramels are really popular. I didn't bring any of those along with me. So the caramels are really popular, and they're enrobed in chocolate or they're wrapped, one or the other. We do peanut brittle, we do toffee. I can do truffles, and I do bonbons too. And like this is the bigger version of my bonbon here. It's actually a tea cake. I don't know if I can open it or not. Let's not try to open it. But my bonbons are kind of the same way, but they're a lot smaller than this. Obviously, bonbons are tiny. You know what a bonbon is?
I do know what a bonbon is.
That's good. And it's filled with ganache. This one here is filled with marshmallow and brownie, so it's like a tea cake. And these are new this year, so and they're selling pretty good. I mean, it's
I can imagine they would. That's
my daughter
be buying.
Okay. It's like, is anybody gonna eat that? And I'm like, no. She's like, I'll just eat it. So yeah, so I do bonbons and I do I do homemade marshmallows too, mug toppers, all that wonderful stuff. So yeah,
that's very neat. And all that can be found on your website.
Yes, on my website, on my Facebook page, wherever. Sometimes I post things and I forget to like tell people it's for sale. So if you see something on Facebook you like, just holler at me. Shoot me a message.
Perfect. Now, what about like special requests? Say, I mean, do you make these year round or something? More of a seasonal chocolate than other chocolates?
I kind of stopped doing chocolates once the weather warms up. So
okay.
Pretty much after Easter is pretty or Father's. I had Father's Day. Father's Day is the last holiday, right? That's in June. Yep. Father's Day.
It's in June. Yeah.
It's in June. Sometimes I run a Father's Day chocolates, sometimes depending on how warm it is, because if it hits above like 70, like we do not want chocolates anywhere. Yeah. The humidity gets high, there's not a good time to be making chocolates, and they don't really sell that well in the summertime. You know, everybody's camping, everyone's out doing their thing, and then I have a food truck going, so.
You've got plenty enough to be working on.
Yeah, exactly.
To keep you busy.
Mm-hmm. I keep pretty busy in the summer, so.
Yes, it sounds like it. Sounds like it. Awesome. Well, Esther, is there anything else that you would like to share with those who are watching today that we haven't touched on?
No, I think we're good. Are we touching everything? Other than see me at the vendor shows coming up here in Devil's Lake.
Yeah?
Yep, and stop by. I do sell out of hot cocoa bombs pretty early. So if you see I posted on Facebook, I usually post on Facebook what I'm bringing with me. And if there's something on Facebook you really want, pre-order it. Because when I get here, people come and it's gone really fast, especially if I'm bringing something unique with me. So
good to know.
Yep.
Good to know. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Esther, for coming and bringing some product to show and tell. And I can't wait to try one myself, or maybe 2 different things. But
try a few.
Yeah. Why not?
Yep.
Well, thank you very much. We so appreciate you being a chamber member and supporting our local community. And we appreciate you being here today to share about your business.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely.